Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Crystal. Last time, we challenged the 6th gym on our adventure. Yeah, already. It's kinda crazy how fast this game flies by. And we obtained the Mineral Badge. We also helped Amphi get back into tip-top shape, which is really nice. Anyway, this time, you will remember that we made it all the way here to Mahogany Town. However, there's a cave out here on Route 42 that we never explored. Now, this cave has 3 entrances. There's a western one, a central one, and an eastern one. Personal preference, I am going to go into the central one first, and I think a repel would definitely be in order. Now, I should point out, if you're playing Pokemon Gold or Pokemon Silver, this cave will actually be dark and will require flash to navigate. In addition to this, it is probably worth noting that the layout of this cave is slightly different if you are playing... Did I really forget to empty out my inventory? As I was saying, if you're playing Pokemon Gold or Silver, the layout of this cave is actually slightly different. It's not too terribly major what the differences are, but it's different enough. It's different enough that I figured I would make note of it. Anyway, right up here we have another item, and this cave is really just mostly going around and grabbing all of the items that we can get here, although there are a couple of trainers in the area. Although I really don't expect them to be too terribly difficult, but you never know. Union Cave pretty much had its way with us back when we were exploring there. And like the thing is, that wasn't out of sequence. The game just decided to throw some really difficult trainers at us for some reason. Anyway, I should also point out you're going to want to bring a strength user into this area, but not for this, because as you can see, that boulder is in an orientation that makes it impossible to proceed. I should also point out we won't be able to explore the entire cave today, and that is because the cave actually has a waterfall in it elsewhere, and unfortunately we do not have the means of addressing that yet. Anyway, gonna surf right across here for the last item on this particular floor. If we surf right across this pond, we are going to find, what could it be? Oh, the mystery. It is a Carbos. Very cool. Alrighty, now that we have done that, I believe that is actually all that there is to find on this particular floor. Believe it or not, this cave actually has 4 floors in it. Kind of insane. Alrighty, refreshed our repel, very good. We can head right across here, and believe it or not, this entire cave is sort of just one big loop down here. So if we come across this way, we can hop and head right on up here, and we can exit the cave. Now I should notice, you'll see a lot of water surrounding you in this particular portion, but there's actually nothing to access by surfing that way. So we're just going to be ignoring it for now. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to head over here. That was quite the Goldeen, let me tell you. Anyway, right through here we have another entrance to the cave, and this is actually the same area we were in before. As you can see, the water is bound by this wall right here, and there's the waterfall I was talking about, so yeah, nothing really to deal with over that way. Head in here, and we are in another chamber of the cave. If we head right on over here, there's actually this little thing that puts us on top of the waterfall. Not much to do up here, although there is an ether, which is really neat. I like the design of this cave just because it's very three-dimensional when you sort of lay the maps on top of each other compared to some of the areas in the original games. Anyway, right here we have a strength boulder, and this is why I recommended you bring a Pokemon with strength. This will allow you to push this out of the way, and we can access a little bit more of this cave. Not too terribly much, but enough that I figured it was worth mentioning. First things first, right over here we have a Hyper Potion. Very nice. I've got a big list of items to be found in this area called up right next to me, and there's a lot of stuff here. And even though we're only going to be doing part of the cave here, we're still going to get quite a bit of stuff. Anyway, continuing onwards, right here we have another item. It is an Ultra Ball. I don't remember if we've encountered one of these before. I'm pretty sure we have, but just in case we haven't, I'll explain it again. It has twice the catch rate of a regular Pokeball, which is really, really nice. Anyhow, I think we're going to want to head up this way first and grab this, which is a nugget, which we can sell for a lot of money, which we're probably going to be needing a little bit later. And then we can hop down this ledge, and this ledge, and then loop down here, and there's another item hiding over here. It is an escape rope, which I think could be pretty useful for some trainers if you don't want to navigate your way out of here. And, more interestingly, we actually have a trainer hiding right here. Hey, Hugh! Which Hugh are we talking about? I know a Hugh, and he likes to shout just as much as you. Alright, Super Nerd Marcus wants to battle. Sends out a Slowpoke. Okay, so it looks like we've got a pretty reasonable opponent going right here, although Cubone probably isn't the most qualified to take it out. So I think we're going to switch over to Golbat and try using Bite on this thing. Gotta say, I really, really like having Bite on my team, and there's actually another member of the team that's also going to be getting a hold of that move pretty soon, believe it or not. So that'll be really, really nice to have. Alright. Anyway, wow, that actually didn't take it out in one shot. I'm legitimately surprised by that. I was really expecting it to. And of course, now we get the critical. But I mean, that's how this game works. Alright, Golbat gets level 27. And we've defeated Marcus. I mistook you for someone else. Of course you did, sir. Oh my god, Golbat's evolving! No way! Wow, that came a lot quicker than I was expecting it to. Alright, our Golbat has evolved into Crobat, and now it is capable of learning Fly. Yeah, I came to explore Mount Mortar, but I got separated from my partner. Did you run into a trainer who uses a Seadra that knows Waterfall? Interesting. Sounds like we're going to be encountering someone in this cave who has a Seadra that knows Waterfall. Anyway, I'm going to head right around here, and this will actually loop us back around to where we pushed that rock. Yeah, not a whole lot to explore in this area, but enough to make it worth the trip. We're not losing this time. And it looks like we may have found this guy's friend, although I'm not sure. There are other trainers in this cave that we cannot access at this point. Yeah, this is Pokemaniac Miller. This is not the guy that the other dude was looking for. Really, really interesting, actually. There's a couple of other trainers in this cave, but surprisingly enough, you can only access them if you are capable of using Waterfall outside of battle, which we are not as of right now, so we're gonna have to keep that guy's friend in mind for later. Hopefully they don't starve and die here in this cave while they're waiting for our help. Alright, gonna Bone Club this Nidoking, down it goes, get quite a bit of experience for that. I don't know when exactly Cubone evolves, but I really hope it's soon. I'm really on an evolution kick right now, it seems. Alright, got a Nidoqueen out right here, but it's extremely similar to Nidoking in its stats and typings and things like that, so I think the exact same strategy should work out for us pretty well here. Alright, one more Bone Club, and that should take this guy out. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And we get quite a bit of experience for that. Not quite enough to get level 25, though. I lost to some kid? Yeah, not just some kid. Anyway, head right on over here, and we are above the waterfall again, and we have a revive. Very cool. Definitely worth the trip over here. As you can see, not much else up here for us to do right now. Anywho, head right out this way, and this puts us on the other side of the waterfall, and we also have a hidden hyper potion right here. Yep, game just had to sneak in one more of those, and if we loop right around here, that will plunk us right out on this route right here. So if you don't want to surf across this route, you can actually walk through Mount Mortar pretty easily. I just avoided it this time just because I wanted to give Mount Mortar its own time of the day right here. Anyway, gonna head into the Pokemon Center and regroup. Alright, now that I've done that, I should point out you're going to want to swap out your strength user for a cut user, because now we are going up north, where we could definitely use cut. Only people headed up to Lake of Rage have been through here lately. Well, to be honest, that's the only thing up here, so I wouldn't be surprised. But yes, this does head right on up to the Lake of Rage, which is a really, really interesting area. It's another one of those areas that's centered around just one or two Pokemon in the Johto region. And it's just for that reason that I really, really like it. It has that focus to it instead of just being just another town. Anyway, got a camper right here who has a sand shrew. And Cubone probably could take this thing out on its own, but I have a feeling Croconaw would definitely be quicker at it, so we're going to be making the switch right over here. Alright, take a scratch to the face, probably not going to do too terribly much, and then we can just surf this guy into next week. Now, I should point out something. It might be a good idea to fly back to your house and leave all of your cash with your mother. I know that sounds like a ridiculous proposition, but trust me, it could be useful. Anyway, Cubone is trying to learn Bone Meringue, which is an interesting move. I believe it functions similar to Fury Attack, except it's ground type, which could be really fun. So I think we're going to give it a shot. Cubone learned Bone Meringue. Very cool. That's a really fun move name to say, wouldn't you say? Anyway, got a Zubat coming out right here, and, you know what, let's let Crobat give this a shot right here. Alright. Sending out Crobat right here, and look at that sprite. It's purple. Love purple. Anyway, Bite's probably not going to be able to one-shot this thing, but it should do a decent amount. Whoa! Well, I was right. It probably required that critical in order to happen, but dang. And last up is a Sand Slash, and I think the best bet for that would be to switch back over to Croconaw. Because Sand Slash, as you might imagine, is also a ground type, and I think our water powers would definitely be useful right here. Alright. Now, Route 43, you might not think it, but Route 43 is actually a pretty complicated route in terms of its layout. It's pretty much split into 2 or 3 paths at any given moment, so could be really, really fun going through here. Losing isn't fun at all. I agree. It is not fun. Oh, it's Tully! Hello, Tully here. What a perfect day for fishing. I picked up a good little thing at the water's edge. Like I promised, it's yours. I'll be waiting on Route 42. Alright, change of plans. We are heading over there and we are grabbing what Tully's got for us. Alright, so as you might imagine, as I explained, I think it was only last episode, Tully gives out, misclick. Will this D-pad ever not give me trouble? As I mentioned last time, hey there, here's a gift as I promised. Tully hands out water stones if you give him your phone number. Very, very cool. You'll be hearing from me if I find something good. Alright, wasn't expecting to do this episode, but I think we're going to take a quick little detour over the ruins of Alph to show off what this does. Alright, here we are back at the ruins of Alph. If you walk into the southwestern chamber with a water stone in your inventory, the wall in the back will open up. Very, very cool. So yeah, that hint for water, it wanted a water stone. Here we have a mystery berry, which is very cool. A mystic water, so yeah, there's actually 2 mystic waters in this game. Not sure what I'll use them for, but yeah. A star piece, which sells for a lot of money, perhaps even more than a nugget. And a stardust, which also sells for a modest amount at shops. Anyway, drop right down here, and I believe we have the 3rd engraving that we are reading. They possess great insight and refuse the outside world. Very interesting. Now, back to Route 43. Alright, here we are back on Route 43 after that honestly unexpected detour. I wasn't expecting to get a water stone that quickly. Trainer tips. All Pokemon have pros and cons depending on their types. If their types differ, a higher level Pokemon may lose in battle. Learn which types are strong and weak against your Pokemon's type. Now, right here, the path on this route forks into two paths. I highly recommend you take the path on the left. However, because I am a completionist and want to show everything, we're going to take the path on the right. Hold it there, kiddo. The toll is 1,000 Pokemon dollars to go through. Thank you very much. Yep, they charge you for going through here, and they charge you both ways. So yeah, if I were to turn around and go back through that gate, they would charge me again. Yeah. Alright, Max Ether right there, very cool. So yeah, I believe that's our first appearance of Team Rocket in quite a while, because that is what that is, so I definitely recommend going through the grass. And also, of course, bringing Rebels. Okay, now that we've done that, as you can see, there is, of course, grass on this route. And there are trainers. In the grass, there is one new Pokemon that you can obtain here, and it's the one Pokemon that I mentioned a long time ago that you could technically get pretty much as early as Ekrutik, but I figured you probably wouldn't care if we skipped it for a while. That Pokemon is Farfetch'd. Enough said. It only appears during the day, so keep that in mind if you're going for completion. Anyway, right here we have Picnicker Tiffany, and she has a Clefairy, which is actually kind of fitting, because if you get her phone number in Crystal, she will sometimes call you to hand out Poké Dolls, which is really, really interesting. Anyway, I'm going to try out Bone Meringue right here. That's a really sleek animation. Okay, it only hit 2 times. I don't know if it can hit up to 5, but I mean, we're going to be using it much more over the course of the series, so I'm sure we'll find out. Also, I'm going to point out that I replaced Supersonic on Crobat with Fly, because Supersonic was basically a worse version of Confuseray, which we also know. So, yeah, figured not too much of a tragedy to get rid of that. Anyhow, if we surf over here, I believe, yes, we can cut down this tree, and we can get a Bitterberry. Very nice. Bit more out of the way than most berry trees, but I mean, I suppose the one in Dark Cave probably takes the cake for absolute worst one in terms of accessing it. Anyway, another trainer right here. Hey, do you have any rare Pokemon? I mean, I think my shiny Electabuzz probably qualifies in your book, and you can't have it. Sorry, them's the rules. Alright, he's going to send out Lickitung, which is also a decently rare Pokemon, but honestly probably not as good as my shiny Electabuzz. Alright, we're going to try Bone Meringue again here and see what kind of results we can get from it. Huh, only 2 again. Maybe it only hits 2 times. I don't know, it seems to be pretty powerful. Maybe Bone Meringue's actually more of a variant of Double Kick. I don't know. Bone Meringue, as you might imagine, is the kind of move that you don't see too terribly often, only because Cubone, its evolution, and like maybe one other Pokemon learns it, so yeah, kind of a niche move compared to some others that you might see. Anyhow, down goes that Lickitung, get a lot of experience for that, and down goes Pokemaniac Brent. Oh, my poor Pokemon, darlings. Oh, this guy. Alright, this loops right back down to where that gatehouse was, and then we can head up this way, and we have this guy. Would you get this? Some silver guy made fun of my Pokemon. Darn it, my Pokemon's great. Seems Silver has been going around being real mean to some people. Not sure what's up with that. Pokemaniac Ron right here sends out another Nidoking, so guess we're fighting multiple this episode. Really random Pokemon to fight multiple of in one video, but I guess I'll take it. Especially since Cubone is definitely geared out to take out this thing. Look at that. Beautiful. A lot of experience for that. And I believe the guy right north of here, my Nidoking did pretty right on. Yeah. I believe right north of here, this guy might actually have a Nidoqueen. I love Pokemon, that's why I started, and I'll keep on collecting Pokemon. Alright. Man, this trainer battle music never gets old. I gotta ask, does anyone have like a favorite, like, trainer battle theme for this series, and also this guy I thought had a Nidoqueen, but he has a Slowbro. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite music tracks in the entire series. Like, it gets me hyped up. Not to mention the fact that I listened to it probably day in and day out back when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. Alright, take a water gun to the face. Surprising how it's got water gun. Not a very good move right there. Anyway, I should probably explain how Fly works, because I'm not sure if I explained it when we got it. In battle, basically what it lets you do is it lets you enter a turn of immunity, and then on the second turn, attack. So with Fly, you fly up into the air, no one can hit you, and then you come back down. Anyway, Cubone gets level 26. Very good. How could you do this to me? Pretty sure someone wrote a song about that. Now what does this say? Route 43, Lake of Rage, Mahogany Town. Okay, so yes, we are at the end of this route, but as I mentioned, this route forks a bit. We have a 6th trainer over here. I'm in a slump. Maybe it's the gear I'm using. Let's battle for a change of pace. Alrighty. Now, this is probably going to be the last battle of this video, but I am going to mention that we are going to be doing the Lake of Rage next episode, and the Lake of Rage is split into pretty much multiple independent sections. So, next episode we're probably going to be nipping around a little bit, so I just want to mention the entrances to Lake of Rage. There are 2 of them. The first one is the eastern one, and it's by that sign that we were just checking out. And then we're going to be going to check out the western one right now, so hopefully that will help make things make a little bit more sense for next episode. Also, this guy's Gyarados is level 10. What? Why? Like, what's the point of having a level 10 Gyarados? That just seems really, really strange. Also, I should mention, just in case you really don't want to make a second trip up to the Lake of Rage, I recommend stocking up on Pokeballs, believe it or not. You might not think it, but there's actually a pretty important Pokemon capture that we're going to be doing pretty soon. But yeah, I guess if you're a veteran of this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you're not, trust me, you're going to want some Pokeballs with you. Alright, Electabuzz almost gets level 32, and last up is a Magikarp. Of course. But I mean, 2 Magikarp and 2 Gyarados, or whatever it is probably a lot better than just having 4 Magikarp, so I think we can cut this guy a break. Down it goes. Just barely not enough to get us to level 32. Oh well. I lost, but I feel better anyway. That's the spirit, buddy. Anyway, loop right around here, and this way also leads to the Lake of Rage. This is the western entrance to the Lake of Rage. But yeah, really, really weird place to stop, but I think this is probably the best place to do it because there's quite a bit of stuff for us to do at the Lake of Rage, and we're already kind of at a long video. So I think this is probably the best place to cut it, so that's what we're going to do. So, this past episode of Pokemon Crystal, we explored Mount Mortar, we also explored a little bit more of the ruins of Alph, and we also explored Route 43 just to the south of where we are currently standing. We also had an evolution on the team in the form of Crobat. Very, very cool. Might as well also show its new and improved stats. Very nice. And next time on Pokemon Crystal, we are going to be exploring the Lake of Rage and perhaps seeing what Team Rocket's doing around here, because we've had several confirmed sightings, and that's never a good sign. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.